Young woman ducked under protective gate, was briefly detained by authorities and released. Others stayed outside the perimeter, according to law enforcement officials, keeping watch over the crowd. Free ET.
Yeah, our own ET now has the forecast.
Be free, be free.
That's Emily Turner, not extraterrestrial.
I won't be phoning home, but I will be letting you all know that we have absolutely beautiful weather ahead.
All right, here's a look at our top stories at 5:30.
Embattled wide receiver Antonio Brown has now been released by the New England Patriots. That's after his former trainer accused him of sexual assault.
Alameda police are warning residents about brazen break-ins in the last week. They say in 4 cases, the families came face to face with the burglars. In one incident, the suspect took a shower while the resident was sleeping. Police say the intruders came in through unlocked doors. 23 states are suing the Trump administration to stop it from revoking California's authority to set its own auto emission standards. California Attorney General Javier Becerra is leading the lawsuit along with Governor Newsom and the State Air Resources Board. The former American Airlines mechanic accused of sabotaging a plane has pleaded not guilty. According to court documents, Abdul Mazid Maroof Ahmed Alani told investigators he tampered with a plane's navigation system back in July because he was upset about stalled contract talks between his union and the airline.
At the live news desk, Ken Bastida, back to you.
Okay, Ken, thanks. A suspected Bay Area bank robber is now under arrest. Mill Valley police say this man is suspected of robbing banks in both Mill Valley as well as Novato. Both incidents happened last month. He's currently on federal probation for a series of bank robberies that happened in 2009 in cities including San Jose, Santa Clara, and Modesto.
California's jobless rate holding steady at a record low level. Unemployment in August stayed at 4.1%, the same as in July. And last month, employers added more than 34,000 jobs. That means job gains have been happening in California for 114 straight months. That tops a previous record set in the 60s. Well, you may not have ever seen her, but you might recognize her voice. Suzanne Wang, the first host of the TV show House Hunters, has died at the age of 56 after a long battle with cancer. An Arlington, Virginia native, Wang was a graduate of Yale, where she received a bachelor's degree in psychology. She also held a master's degree in cognitive psychology from Brown University. She also had recurring roles on the NBC series Las Vegas and General Hospital.
Going above and beyond to help man's best friend. Why one man is moved into an animal shelter.
It's going to be pretty nice out there. All right, Emily, thank you. Coming up all new at 6, a retail theft ring toward wide open on the peninsula. Plus, experts weigh in on Antonio Brown's growing legal troubles, the pieces of evidence that could be the nail in the coffin. And with a hot weekend ahead, like Emily was just telling us about, how North Bay fire crews are now getting ahead of those flames. All right, Kit, thanks. Thousands took over San Francisco's Market Street today to say loud and clear climate action must be taken now. Students walked out of school, parents cut out of work, and they gathered this morning in front of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's office, marched down Market Street to the waterfront. Students are saying rising temperatures make them fear for the future, and the consequences are already coming to a boil. They say those in power need to pay attention.
We missed school for this because we thought it was something important that a lot of adults weren't taking seriously.
I think this is a really powerful experience for the kids. I'm just glad to see it be so big.
We're about 10 years behind in terms of the actions that we should be taking to stop climate change.
Organizers are calling on Pelosi and Senator Feinstein to back the Green New Deal and for big banks and corporations to drop their investments in the fossil fuel industry. And a recent UN climate report warned that the world has less than 12 years to prevent catastrophe. Meanwhile, across the Bay, hundreds rallied in San Jose, taking over Santa Clara Street. Students from dozens of schools and their supporters met at Diridon Station. They marched with signs and chants through the streets of downtown and rallied on the steps of City Hall.
Right now at 7.
Weeks after getting released by the Raiders, star wide receiver Antonio Brown is sacked again, this time by the Patriots. Why this could be the least of his worries.
Either the Patriots and the NFL were convinced that her claims had merit and that they had to take action.
Plus, who shot out some windows at the San Jose State University Library? New information on a person of interest tonight, just into the newsroom.
Plus, the massive global climate change protests put on by kids, what they are fighting for here in the Bay Area.
Elevated fire risk on the horizon for next week. So who is watching the hills of Sonoma County? Well, these folks are with a pretty impressive set of cameras. We'll show it to you.
Sonoma County.
KPIX 5 News at 7 starts now with the Patriots releasing Antonio Brown. Good evening, I'm Ken Bastida.
And I'm Veronica Cruz. It is hard to forget all the drama he caused for the Raiders. Our Vern Glenn leads off our coverage tonight. Vern?
Yeah, the start.
Like you just saw? There goes one more. Vern dunking there. You two can also dunk just like the pros.
You should have done
right?
the spin around behind the back and then jammed it.
Well, Ken, I don't spend that much time above the rim to really practice these dunks. I haven't dunked a basketball since years ago. My kids, Nerf hoop,
Okay.
and that was 5 feet. But this Warriors Hootopia really gives everybody a chance to do that. You just aren't going on.
Oh, yeah.
This will be happening a lot.
I would love to do that. I know my son would as well. Ken
bet.
is dying to do it.
No, man. not-
Yes, he is.
That brings up a visual.
For the price of those seats, I'm watching the game.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All right, speaking of slam dunk, the weather this weekend going to be a slam dunk.
Yeah, it's not a place you want to be inside. This is a weekend you certainly want to be outside.